Welcome to the Light, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi everyone, welcome back for another episode of Lights, Camera, Rant. And as always, we like to look into the news and then we get into reviews, which this particular episode, we are looking at the latest Pixar film that's just dropped into Disney Plus, Lightyear, with Chris Evans playing the titular character of Buzz Lightyear. But before we get into that, let's do a little bit of housekeeping first. Thank you very much for tuning in with this episode. For anyone who's new, welcome. For anyone who's recurring, you know exactly where to sit, which as I'm saying this, we can't forget the most important thing before an episode starts. That is literally the best sound. I'm not encouraging drinking, but when you're going to do a session with Lights, Camera, Rant, you're going to know the fact we're going to sit back, relax, and you're going to get some news, and you're getting some ranting, and yeah, that's a little bit about both everything you're going to get. Which I do know that after the past 2 weeks, we've had many guest spots. We've had tickets for 2 episodes, which was fantastic. If you haven't gone and checked that out, please go check that out. And we also last week had Earth 894. That was an awesome doing collaboration. That was the first time they've appeared on Lights, Camera, Rant. So please definitely go check out the last 2 episodes. It's been a pleasure having these guests on. I don't think I've ever done a back-to-back guest episodes before. So I know you're listening. It's probably sounded a little bit a while since it's been just my voice on this podcast, which, as you can see, for anyone who's just audio, just obviously my lovely voice. But anyone who's watching this on video, this will be another video episode, as you can see. So you can see my lovely mug. Because over the past 2 weeks, I've actually been looking at other ways, better ways to bring you guys better content, more visual content, and be more interactive with you guys. So currently right now, I'm obviously recording with my Hypercast microphone, and I'm currently using Riverside, which in conjunction with that, as you probably see on Instagram, we will be debuting on Twitch over the next, I think, 2 weeks, I expect. So we are going to be doing a live episode, Twitch stream episode, in the next coming weeks. So please go check out Lights, Camera, Rant on Twitch. Get a follow so the fact that when we debut live, you get that notification of what's coming. And so you don't miss a single beat. And again, with those live episodes, you can chat, talk to us, any points, any part of the news that you want to discuss or anything about the review, you can bring that up. Just to bring that more interactive, guys, and make sure to be connected and build that community. So I am really looking forward to it, and I can't wait. As well, as you can see from my head, for anyone who can't see me, I've currently got my brand new merch on, the new Lights, Camera, Rant logo with the Do Not Disturb merch. So please go check that out on the Lights, Camera, Rant merch store. And please, if you do buy some, thank you very much. I'm eternally grateful, and you are the best people in the world. And also, I'd just like to do a shout out to Mark My Words. His Twitch stream is completely blowing up. I am so proud of that man. He's doing the hard yards. He's pumping out his Twitch content, and it's just fantastic. So he's another one you need to jump on if you haven't already. So please go check out Mark My Words on Twitch. He is streaming every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the man, the sky's the limit for him. It's going to be fantastic to just watch him grow. He's my running mate. When we did start these at the same time, a couple of months of difference, and we constantly keep pushing ourselves. So I can't wait to see where he's going to go over the next 6 to 7 months. And same thing, just like myself. So honestly, guys, please, if you're really into gaming and Twitch streaming, go check him out. He will be more than happy with the follow. And also, I'd like to say now, before I get into today's episode, A really nice thing happened to me last night as recording. So I went and saw a whole bunch of my high school friends last night. And we were chatting and everything, and I hadn't seen them for a while. And when I haven't seen them for a while, it's been many, many years. And the nicest thing happened is that a couple of them said to me, "Is like, oh, you're doing your podcast now." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing my podcast." And they said to me, "I've listened to a couple episodes. That's fantastic. I've really enjoyed them. I've really enjoyed your podcast so far, and that's well done and props to you." And I was just completely taken away when they mentioned that to me. I was like, "You guys listened." Because I just assume it's all new people. I know a couple of family members listen, but I don't know how many like friends and family do actually listen to this podcast. But just people who haven't seen in a while, and they said the fact that they enjoyed what I was doing, and as well as one friend was like, "Here's my Spotify account. Can you please put a follow and everything so I can start listening to you?" Really appreciate it. And of course, when I went to this party, I made sure the fact I was wearing my merch because, you got brand representation. You're going to go out there, you're going to be wearing your merch 110%. So that was really nice. I was completely taken away from it, and I was just over the moon. And speaking about merch, in the past 2 weeks, we launched our first international orders a couple of days ago, which I couldn't believe. That we sent them out. The two people that have got them, and they're so happy. And again, just that humble thing, the fact that someone completely overseas has my merch and they're going to be wearing my merch is the best feeling. So again, to those people, thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, just thank you so much. And that was a little story I had for last night. I was just, completely taken away by the whole thing. Also, there's one more thing before we get to the news. This past week as well, me and the Night Talk podcast did an Instagram live session, which is currently on YouTube, that you can go check it out. Great bunch of guys. It was fantastic. And it was great talking to them. What we do into health, video games, the state of the video games studios right now, and just touched on multiple different points. So please go check that out as well. And without further ado, let's get into the news. We haven't really been able to touch on the last 2 weeks because of the guest episodes, but a lot has happened. And I really need to get this off my chest. So I'm going to be straight out and flat to you. The fact that this boiled my blood, and this is where I'm going to rant right off the bat. What, and I've said this in the past episodes, what in God's name is Warner Brothers doing? Holy shit. What do they do? What do they do? I'm sure you guys know by now. Anyone who's listening to this podcast must know. They cancelled the Batgirl film. That was in post-production. Filming was done. And they announced that they've completely shelved it. No HBO Max, no movie release. It's completely shelved at the stage of me recording this. So they've completely cancelled a $90 million film. Just, boom, gone. That's it. That is utterly insane. Because they had a investors meeting, all right, because they're doing the merger between Discovery and Warner Brothers. And so they had an investors meeting, and that's where they announced the fact that, the Batgirl isn't coming out, which the directors actually came out on Instagram and said the fact that they were completely blindsided. They did not know it was coming. Same with the actress. But the fact is, what I don't get is, you got Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in this film. You had Brendan Fraser, who's being a villain in the movie, and it kind of hitting as a new stride or a resurgence. I can't. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a resurgence, if you will, in his career. That would have been a great, fantastic launching point. But no, they've completely shelved it. They've shelved it. And apparently right now, the Flash movie's in question, whether or not A, they do reshoots, B, they cancel it, or C, I think they will change or swap out Ben Affleck, or they won't include Michael Keaton, or something like that. That is just insane to think about. Like, the biggest thing is what the frick is going on at Warner Brothers and DC. They have no idea what they're doing. It's just a completely shambles. And the fact they've completely cancelled a whole film. And one of the investors said the fact that what they're going to do is that they're going to commit to a new 10-year plan and follow the model of the MCU, which is utter garbage. This will be the third time they have tried to make a cinematic universe. And for anyone who doesn't know, the first time was the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. That was meant to kick off a shared universe, but because it bombed, that's where it ended up right now. And that's just insane to think about. When I saw the post and everything, I just thought, what the fuck is going on? Like, who is telling you these ideas? Who is saying that this is fantastic? We should shelve this film completely. Because apparently their reason was the fact that they're going to only commit to theatrical major movies, to making an event films. I'm like, okay, that's a great strategy. You should be doing that. You should be doing that a lot earlier. But how about you still let this movie come out? Because whatever your 10-year plan is going to happen, it's still not going to happen within the next year. Because apparently also the after credits scene for Black Adam, that's getting reworked as well to fit this new model. We don't know exactly what that's going to mean or what the cameo is going to be, but if it's true, I just don't get it. And the Flash is far away, obviously, right now. The Flash movie, you know what's funny about the Flash movie is the other day I just saw the fact that the Flash TV show, that's ending. That's ending now, its final season. But do you want to know what's funny? Do you want to know what's really, really funny? Is that the Flash movie and the Flash TV show got announced on the same year, right? And originally, the Flash movie was meant to come out before the TV show was meant to end. So the Flash movie the Flash TV show has had multiple seasons, done multiple crossovers with the CW, everything, and it will end before we even see the Flash movie at all. And that is just absurd. I recommend anyone to go back and have a look at that original lineup that we were meant to get. It was Justice League 2, we were going to get a Cyborg movie. There was so much. But it's because of the fact they didn't stay committed to the vision. And this is where we're at right now. At the utter mess that is the DCU. And I will flat out tell you straight up, if anyone tells me, DC films are better than Marvel's because of the fact they're more serious, I'm like, no, you have no leg to stand on. Yes, there have been gems like Man of Steel, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, just to clarify that. Yes, they have been gems. They have been great. But the overall thing has been a complete mess that DC and Warner Bros. Have completely dropped the ball on. It is just utter shambles. It is a mess. And as a DC fan, I can't trust anything. So them going, we commit to a 10-year plan. That sounds like absolute bullshit. Utter bullshit. I just feel sorry for everyone who's a DC fan, just obviously like myself, that we just had such high hopes, for all of what was meant to come, and everything that we were meant to get, and we've been betrayed again and again, and we've been given garbage again and again. Yet it's essentially Warner Brothers and DC spitting in the face of all the fans that trusted them and really, is really looking forward to them and all these movies. Like, yes, Black Adam's going to be there, but that could be, we're not too sure what that's totally going to be. quality-wise. And then we've got the Flash movie that looks like that's a giant plane with fire on it, which I feel so sorry for Michael Keaton. And we've got Shazam 2 that's going to be murdered at the box office by Avatar. Like, I don't get that. They brought it forward. Warner Bros. Brought it forward to fight Avatar. Like, my God. I'm like, do you think you're Marvel? No. Your movie will be completely obliterated. The box office for Shazam 2 is going to be dismal. And then it's going to be going, oh, you know, it's because of the quality of the movie. I'm like, no, because you released it at the same time Avatar 2 is coming out. Yes, I'm not excited for Avatar 2 majorly, but at the same time, like, it's, you know, you wouldn't have another movie released that day if you were trying to get those box office numbers. Maybe if you're like an indie film, yes, but not something that you're going to try and rival it. So that's not good. But that's Warner Bros. At the moment. It's just a joke. And I find fans that complain about Phase 4 Marvel and saying how the fact that, you know, it's so repetitive, or, you know, you know, it's, you know, they've really gone downhill and everything. I'm like, really? Go have a look on the other side of the fence, and you try and tell me that the grass is greener. Like, you know, even if Marvel makes a subpar movie, the worst movie in the MCU, it will still be better than any DC film currently, right now, that this 10-year plan could possibly have. You know, we should already be having Justice League 2. We should already be having Justice League 3 on the horizon. Most of all, above all else, we should be already be on the verge of Man of Steel 3. We should have already got Man of Steel 2. Henry Cavill should already be back. Why he's not back? Because they don't know what they're doing. It is just, honestly, when I saw all this, I was like, my God, I'm going to rant about this. This is utter bullshit. It is so bullshit, the whole thing. And it's just, I just can't believe it, honestly. And why would people have trust in what you're going to do next? You know, why is anyone going to trust you now? But that's Warner Bros. Right now. So really, for any DC fan, any DC film, any DC property is completely in limbo, and you do not know what they're going to cancel, or what they're going to do. Because remember, at the beginning of this year, they said 2022 is going to be the year of DC. No, it would be the year that DC gets fucking murdered and goes further into the ground. But, you know, it's, honestly, I strongly believe the fact that they just need to sell the whole DC property to Disney. Sell it to Disney. Disney is an absolute machine, and what they would do with the DC universe would just be fantastic. What they would do with it, what you would see, you know, that'd be just insane. The Disney Plus shows, the characters, Kevin Feige help, like, that excites me. But apparently with Warner Bros., I have no hope. I have zero hope. It's game over. Like, I'll still go see Black Adam. Don't know about Shazam 2. And I will go see Aquaman and The Flash. And the only reason I'm going to see The Flash is for Michael Keaton, because now I can't go see the Batgirl movie. Oh, shit. But look, let's move on. Let's keep this train rocking around. In gaming news, the brand new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this was interesting that I did see, that I was very surprised about, is that these games are coming later this year. And they're bringing in a brand new feature, which, yes, you could turn your Pokemon into a plane, a car, or a boat. You can transform them into vehicles to get around the map. Look, it's weird. And maybe think of Jake from Adventure Time because he transforms into cars and everything else at the same time. But yeah, that's gonna be very weird. I saw a photo and I was like, I understand it, but it's just going to be weird. It's just going to be weird. Moving on, which unfortunately we've already seen these things multiple times. Marvel's Midnight Suns, that has been delayed. So that was originally meant to come out in September, but that's moved. Currently doesn't have a release date. All we've been told is the fact it will still come out this year, but there is no release date. Which it seems to be a growing trend with video games, is the fact that a lot of things are getting delayed. Or pushed back. So I don't know if that's still from like a COVID effect or what's happening at the moment. Because when I saw the fact it got delayed, I think it feels like it's like the third or fifth game that's been delayed. Which, speaking of delay, we finally got a release date for Hogwarts Legacy. So originally that was meant to come out November, December this year, and it's been delayed to February 23. February 23, sorry, my apologies, Feb 10th, Feb 10th next year. So that's also been delayed, which the Hogwarts game looks really good. I'm not obviously a huge Harry Potter fan, but just the game in general looks really good, and I can't wait to play it. Not to mention the fact that, like, if you haven't seen the trailer already, it's basically your own story, your own adventure. Like the Harry Potter characters aren't in it. It's completely separate from that. So it's literally your character going through in Hogwarts, essentially. So it's your more personal story, which I prefer because there has already been 7 Harry Potter games based on movies. You really don't need a new one. And not to mention, if you really want, you can go play the Harry Potter Lego games as well. So it's good that they're going fully separate. The graphics looks fantastic. The combat looks great, and I can't wait to play it. But again, that's another delay on the game, so which is really annoying. But you know, we already had this rumor. I think Feb this year, actually, we had a major rumor that was getting delayed because that was in amongst of Lego Star Wars, that either one of them was going to get delayed. Lego Star Wars still came out, but Hogwarts Legacy got pushed back, which is shit. But like, what can you do? You know, it's just one of those things. And not to mention, at least it's not like Cyberpunk or Duke Nukem Forever, which is delayed each time. Still staying on video game news, Sonic 3 has been announced, which again, this is another thing that's going to get murdered at the box office. So Sonic 3 has been announced. Sonic 3 will come out December 20th, 2024. Guess what else comes out December 20th, 2024, all around that time? At this stage, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Avatar 3. Avatar 3 will be coming out that December and that date. As soon as I saw it go announced, I was like, oh, that's great. You know, that's fantastic. I'm glad they're moving with a third one. Sucks that potentially Jim Carrey's not going to be in it, but it's going over to Avatar 3. And look, still, even if Avatar 2 is shit, Avatar 3, I will still make a lot of money at the box office. So you get a big choice before Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Avatar 3 or Sonic 3, potentially that's Jim Carrey. That's the only tricky thing. Another in video game news, apparently a live action Pac-Man movie is apparently in the works. So that's going to be interesting. Do not know how that's going to work. There's no further details. We've just been told it's in development. How it's going to work, I have no idea. I just can't imagine I don't know how that's going to fit into the overall scheme of everything else. But another surprising turn in the video game news is calling all Dragon Ball Z fans. Dragon Ball Z, as it might happen, or the same day that this episode comes out, Dragon Ball Z will be entering in Fortnite. So yes, so you can play as Goku, and you can go Ultra Instinct on other characters, or you can whip out a gun. and shoot people instead, or build a wall. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like. Honestly, I can't imagine what it's going to be like. So as I'm recording this, we got a photo of Shenron the Dragon, nothing else at this point. But what that's going to entail, and the fact you can use a gun and play as Goku, Beerus, or any of the characters, that's going to be, and then they can go, we had to see Goku go against Master Chief. You can see Goku against Obi-Wan Kenobi. A big fight, Darth Vader versus Goku. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. But yes, for any Fortnite fans, that is what is coming next, which I was very surprised about. And I was like, where is that going to go? Where is that going to go at all? But moving on. Also, for the Punisher fans, a Punisher TV show is currently in the works. So Rosa Dawson, who plays I forgot her name. I just completely forgot her name. Ahsoka, and she was also in Daredevil, and she was also in Jessica Jones as well. She will be playing. She recently at an event said the fact that she wishes she was going to be part of the new Punisher TV show, which everyone was a bit shocked about because, like, well, that hasn't been announced. So we're assuming that obviously it will be all the same characters similar from the Punisher TV show will all be returning. Nothing has been announced, so it's very interesting if that's going to be announced all at D23, which I highly doubt it will, especially with all the announcements, everything that we got so far. So yeah, for any Punisher fans, season 3 potential. Well, the Punisher New Beginning is very much could be in the works. Moving on, and for anyone who's a Groot fan, I Am Groot. The I Am Groot shorts are now on Disney Plus. 5 shorts. They're very short. I can't believe I just said that. They're currently streaming right now on Disney Plus for anyone who's a Groot fan. Actually, Baby Groot fan is a fan of right now. So that's also coming out. For any Rick and Morty fans, season 6 has been confirmed on the 4th of September this year. So strap yourselves in for more Rick and Morty. Get ready for that, which I'm so excited for. Also, for any Kung Fu Panda fans, Kung Fu Panda 4 has been announced. That's coming in 2024. Can't believe they made 4 of these movies. Can't believe it, but yeah, they're going to make 4 of these movies. So that's also coming out. And probably to top it all off, Joker 2 has a release date of October the 4th, 2024. With apparently 3 times the budget of the original Joker movie, with Lady Gaga and with Jonah Phoenix both returning for both returning the characters. And it's going to be a musical. Why it's going to be a musical boggles me. But yes, apparently there's going to be sections of that where it's going to be a musical, and Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn. We don't know the time jump. We don't know any more details of where this is going to situate. But yes, that is happening at this stage. So 2024, guys, get ready for that. And yeah, really get ready for that. I don't think it needed a sequel. I understand why they made it. They're going to make a sequel because, that almighty dollar. But, like, how does Warner Brothers greenlit that? But you still go, oh, can I get Man of Steel 2? No. You cannot have Man of Steel 2. No. Not at all. Nope. Oh, why not? Because, we got a 10-year plan, and we don't know what we're doing. That's what basically we're doing. But we can greenlit Joker 2. So, but also, speaking of Joker, apparently the Batman 2, apparently that is in active development, but apparently it hasn't been fully greenlit. So it's still years away. So don't expect Batman 2 anytime soon, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, understandable on why, with the whole mesh of what Warner Brothers and DC are doing. For anyone who's clinging onto that Batman, unfortunately, we're not going to see Batman anytime soon, except for The Flash, Aquaman 2. Oh, wait, except for the Batgirl movie, we won't be getting that at all. Which really, utterly sucks. So, without further ado, that was the biggest news that's happened in the past week. Let's get on to... Oh, my apologies. This Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, you need to strap yourselves in, get ready for Disney Plus, because She-Hulk is premiering on Disney Plus now. Actually, no, it's not Thursday anymore. I think it's Friday now, because they moved the date for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, She-Hulk premieres this week, and we will see the return of Daredevil. I've just started, so yes, for everyone gets annoyed, yes, I haven't seen the Daredevil TV show. I've just started watching it this past week, and I knew everyone said this was good, but this is good. If you have not watched the Daredevil TV show, please jump onto that. I've watched The Punisher, I've watched Jessica Jones, I haven't watched Daredevil yet, but started watching it now. So far, I'm nearly at the end of season 1. Can't wait to jump into season 2 and season 3. And yeah, I can't wait to see Daredevil appear in his suit, which looks to be very comic book accurate from his original appearance. For anyone who didn't know, when Daredevil first appeared, he didn't have his red suit. His suit was actually originally yellow when he started. And then as more people intimidate characters all the time, that's when he got the red suit. So I can't wait to see Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. Really looking forward to that. And where the She-Hulk is going to be situated into the MCU. Look, yes, people do complain about the CGI, but I like the fourth wall breaking. Wong's going to be in it. Take my money. I'm pumped for it. Now, the thing is, we're meant to get She-Hulk, and we're also meant to get Star Wars Andor this month as well later on. But nope, that's been delayed until September. That just dropped a new trailer. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, for anyone Star Wars fans for Andor, if you don't know already, you're going to have to wait another month. Yeah, I know. It's shit. You don't have to tell me twice. So without further ado, let's get into the review, which is... I was about to say Buzz Lightyear, but Lightyear with Chris Evans playing as Buzz Lightyear. So this movie went in development after Finding Dory back in 2016. So it's been in development for that long. It also suffered with COVID being delayed again and again for it to come out. Now, unfortunately, this movie, before I get into my titular review, this movie's budget was $200 million. It only made $220 million at the box office. Now, I did mention this on one of my previous episodes, is the fact the reason why I believe, besides everything else I'll get into, one of the main points is that this movie got murdered at the box office. So this movie came out when you had legacy sequel movies coming out. So when this got released, Top Gun was it was just freshly in the box office, and so was Jurassic Park Dominion. Yes, Jurassic Park Dominion was a very subpar movie, but it was a legacy film. So it still made its money, even though it was half-baked. So you've got these legacy films, and then you've got Buzz Lightyear. So out of all three of them, well, yes, technically Lightyear is a legacy film, but not really, because the fact it's not Toy Story 4. It's completely separate, technically. It's completely separate from the whole thing, because as they explain at the very beginning of the movie, this is the movie that Andy went to go see at the movies, which inspired him to go buy the Buzz Lightyear toys. This is what the movie started all. Same thing effect with baby Yoda, with Grogu. How that came out, toys, boom, everywhere. A couple of months later, because Disney was being very shy about it, but it came out everywhere. So this is where this is situated. But you had those two legacy films come out, and that's why I think it suffered from the box office. That's why I don't think it made a full return. And there was a very good argument. I think I went with Tickets for Two, was the fact that has Pixar passed its prime? Is Pixar actually going down, not in their quality films. Because you remember, like, we got Toy Story, we got Cars, we got Finding Nemo, The Good Dinosaur, Up, bang, bang, bang all the time. Wall-E, which 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. So, when you look at that, is the quality of Pixar going down? Has Pixar passed its prime? Which I would love for you guys to message me. Do you believe if that is the case? I haven't seen the last Pixar film that came out last year, which Enchantress, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but a lot of people did say it was good, but I didn't go see that. I think it's on Disney Plus right now, obviously, so I should watch it. But it's not this. I don't believe it's the. I don't know if it's because of COVID, but it didn't seem to hit the same beat as what it didn't hit the same beat as what Toy Story 4 did, and Wall-E, all of them. So with that considered, I think that was another factor on why Lightyear didn't do so good at the box office, which is really sad. So that's where it's situated with everything at the moment with Lightyear. But getting into the movie itself, now the biggest praise I can say about this film with Pixar, this is stunning. The animation is beautiful. Pixar have outdone themselves. When I was watching it, I thought to myself, this is really gorgeous. Like, this is such a clean movie. And when Buzz Lightyear gets in his ship and he goes into hyperspace, hyperdrive, it is beautiful for what he sees. All the colors, all the textures, it's just fantastic. That is one of the highest points I can say about this movie, is that complete props to Pixar, is that is the best part from this movie, is just visually stunning to watch, and hyper fantastic, really. So what we see is, obviously Buzz Lightyear and Izzy is the daughter. Sorry, Izzy Hawthorne. They go inspect a planet. When they were inspecting this planet on this massive spaceship, it looks like everyone is in hyper sleep, and he's going out and checking this planet, which has a very lively plant that starts taking their ship down. So it all turns into a mess. They try taking the ship. They start trying to blast off, and the next thing that happens is that Buzz Lightyear, when he's trying to fly the ship, he nicks it on the way out next to a cliff, and they get marooned on the planet. And as they get marooned on the planet, Lightyear takes it on himself, the fact that it's all his fault. So they start building a society. They start building, and because the fact they can't go home, they can't call home, they're too far out. So what Lightyear does is the fact that they start trying to build a new hypercrystal, which will allow space travel on a massive scale. But it's basically, the crystal is made of chemicals, and they're trying to get the right chemical dosage for it to work. But the trick is, every time that Lightyear Buzz, why am I saying Lightyear? Every time Buzz does this trip, so what he does is he goes out, does basically a complete U-turn around the sun, and comes back to the planet to see if the crystal worked. But the problem is that when he does it, he jumps 5 years. And he jumps 5 years and years every time. It's interesting how space-time works. For anyone who's a complete sci-fi nerd, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But for the basic person, with hyperspace, obviously in sci-fi TV shows, and obviously solar flares and everything can cause time dilation or time jump, because you're going that fast. And obviously, if one calculation doesn't work, you can go a lot further. Stargate fans, you know what I mean. So he does that. So as every time he keeps doing it again and again, 5 years, 5 years, 5 years, the society is still building. He's still failing again and again. And every time he goes back, his friend Hathorn, she builds a life each time. She gets married, she has kids. Now, Buzz, this movie did get banned in multiple countries because, yes, his friend Hawthorne, she gets married to a woman and there's a kiss for like 2 seconds, and that's it. Yet, banned. Boom, done. Wow. It's literally a blink and you'll miss it moment. Because I was looking for it, because I'm like, where's this moment where it all got banned? And it was there. Blink and you miss it moment. You wouldn't even notice. So the entire runtime of this movie. But as is going on, she passes away. And a new commander comes on. And then the commander scraps the mission going, you're not doing this anymore. They were just going to build this laser shield around the dome. And they're just going to live out their life. And what she's also done before she passed away is that she got him a companion, this little cat, which is so funny throughout the entire movie. So obviously, being Buzz Lightyear, he's going to accept that. He tries and gets the ship, tries to do the mission one more time, but it sends him forward again in 5 years. And they're being attacked by Zurg and all these robots. And as it folds out, he sees Hawthorne's daughter. He meets up with this new team with these training cadets that really haven't got a lot of skill, or ex-con. Builds his team, and then they're going to try and get to the ship, and then try and take down the laser shield, get the ship, and get out of there. And he goes back in time to when this originally started, so he never crashed the ship, and it never all happens. And as the story folds out, we get a lot of callbacks from, obviously, as a lot of Buzz Lightyear's tropes is like no intelligent life anywhere, or not today, Zurg. We get all these callbacks, and it's awesome. I loved all these. Those parts took me back to when I was a kid, hearing all this again. Do I wish it was Tim Allen? Yes. As a kid, I wish it was Tim Allen, but for kids right now, they wouldn't know the difference. Depending on the age, they wouldn't really know the difference. But as I grew up with Toy Story, I would have preferred Tim Allen playing the character. To me, it would make more sense. But, Chris Evans did still do a good job playing the character, very in line with Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear. Some awesome moments. This movie also has a lot of funny moments, which I really did like. However, all in all, I'd have to say that when this movie finished, visually, I liked it. Story felt like you could have wrapped the movie up just a little bit, just like 10 or 15 minutes more. You could have wrapped it up. It does a very good sentimental right at the end of, life, having a life, a journey, that all that aspect, that's fantastic. And about legacy, it does really, and right at the end, spoilers, if I didn't have to spoil so much already for you, spoilers right at the end, new Space Ranger cadets with the suit, which is so cool, and I understand about the toys and everything, but yeah, I just didn't find... This isn't a movie, for me personally, I won't come back to watch this. This isn't a rewatch for me. If it did anything for me, was the fact it actually made me want to go back and watch Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, and 4 again. Especially number 1, and go back to watching that. And number 2, when Zurg arrived. But yeah, the Zurg twist. I wasn't really expecting that. I get it. Don't mind it. But at the same time, I was like, alrighty. Interesting. Very interesting. As you will have already known what the twist is. But yeah, look, it's do something different. Do I think this is Pixar's worst crack at the bat? No, it's not that bad. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's good. That's all I put it at the end of the day. It's just a good movie. It's a good family movie, but the people, I believe, that grew up with Toy Story might not fully like it because of the changes, which most of all we already know. But yeah, I think that's a big reason why a lot of people might have not liked it. But family movie, it's good, it's solid. Does it drag on a little bit? Yes. Do you miss Tim Allen? Does it make you miss Tim Allen? Yes. Does it? Oh, no. Visually, the best props. So, guys, please let me know. Did you enjoy Lightyear? Have you seen it? Are you going to rewatch it? Or do you think it was just a one and done, dusted? It's going to make you go back and watch Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 1, just like me. So, guys, that is my review for Lightyear. Really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, both either audio or video. It doesn't matter. You just coming on this episode is just fantastic, and I appreciate it greatly, as always. So, guys, from myself, thank you very much, and until next time, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.